At the age of 15, I had just finished middle school, and at that age, the only thing that was on my mind was getting some. Whether it was the girl of my dreams or a girl that was breathing in general, that was the only thing on my mind, and probably yours. That seemed to be the #1 priority for me and my male friends. It feels like you're some type of loser if you wasn't partaking, because everyone around you is either having sex or talking about it. Everyone's speaking on about how amazing it is, and you're not really a man until you do it. But let me tell you something right now. I lost my virginity at 15.
And it lasted 10 seconds.
And it was in a bush at some party. Long story short, that shit was ass. And to make it even worse, the girl that gave it up to me ghosted me and never talked to me ever again after it happened. So not only was it bad, it was kind of sad. If you want to hear that full story, go check out my V-card video. I'll leave a link in the description. But today I want to give you guys the absolute truth about this whole sex thing, especially if it's your first time, because if you were anything like me, it was almost like an obsession. It had to happen. It was truly our #1 priority. But if I'm being honest, after it finally did happen, nothing changed. I was still this unexperienced loser that knew nothing about sex. So fast forward just a little bit, and I'm actually in high school now, and there's this girl I get involved with. Her name is Kathy. Come to find out, we actually started dating, and she was a beautiful girl, an amazing person all around. And for the most part, I had nothing but great memories with her. I'm bringing all this up because technically, even though I lost my virginity to this other girl, Kathy was someone that I actually cared about, someone I was able to get intimate with the right way. So now at this point, me and Kathy were dating for a couple of months, and we get so comfortable with each other, naturally the big question finally came up. Have you ever had sex before? She told me no, she was still a virgin. And me being me, I felt so cool to be like, don't worry babe, I'm an experienced man. Our first time's gonna be amazing, cause I'm really like that. You all know how niggas be, man. We all heard that J. Cole song. You gotta hype yourself up. Niggas will say anything to make it seem like they know what they doing. Meanwhile, as I said before, after I lost my V-card, the girl that gave it to me ghosted me. So clearly my shit wasn't good enough to keep her around. But my girl Kathy didn't need to know that shit, right? So a few weeks go by and I'm talking up a good game, and I just keep reassuring my girl like, hey, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Sure enough, eventually the day finally came where her parents were going out of town for the weekend. She told me I should come over, and I was very delighted to know that she was finally ready to take that next step with you, boy. So this weekend was gonna be the weekend I'd come over and get active. So you can only imagine how excited I was, because unlike the first time, this was actually my girlfriend, someone that I had actually really been into. Our relationship was so much more intimate. It was real. But there was still one huge problem. I had talked up such a big game about me being this final boss level of expertise in the bedroom, knowing goddamn well I didn't know jack shit. That was the furthest thing from the truth. So me counting down my days for this big moment, I was desperate to find a way to make this a special moment for the both of us. I ain't know what the hell I was gonna do, but I had to figure something out. So Friday finally comes around, I'm sitting here watching TV, and this commercial comes on. It went a little something like this. First, it's hot. Then it's cold. Experience true intimacy with our new fire and ice protection. If you need to spice up the bedroom a little bit or cool down a hot moment in your love life, get right with our new Trojan fire and ice protection. Yo, somebody's looking out for your boy. My 15-year-old self is sitting here watching this commercial thinking it's a gift sent from God himself, because this is exactly what I needed. I don't know why, but I figured these hot and cold mittens were gonna be the thing to give me the edge to give this girl an experience of a lifetime. After I lay shorty down this weekend, she gonna have to tell all her friends about how big Berto got down. So unlike before, your boy is confident now. So the day finally comes. I head over to Walgreens and grab me a pack of these fire and ice mittens. I pull up to Kathy's house, ready to get it in.
Fast forward through all the bullshit and the small talk.
We're laying in bed, and things are feeling really special because, again, this is a girl I truly had developed feelings for. She trusted me to lead the way, so me feeling like a man, I start getting to cooking. She opens up her pots and pans. I bust open the fire and ice mittens. I put them on, and we slowly start getting to cooking.
A few seconds go by though, and she's like,
Oh, Berto, is this supposed to hurt? I'm like, yeah, it's our first time, so it might hurt a little bit. I mean, yeah, I imagine it hurt, but is it supposed to burn? Then it hits me. The tip of my Snickers bar is feeling a little spicy. Hold on, this shit don't feel good. I don't know why I didn't connect the dots before, but it started to kick in, bruh. The idea of your cooking utensils burning while you're cooking is not very appealing. Hey yo, my shit feels like it's on fire. Now I'm grabbing the sheets trying to wipe my Snickers bar off cause this shit burning, bruh. We run over to the bathroom and we trying to use water to wash off our knives and forks because this shit is literally burning. We're doing anything to try to get this burning sensation off our junk because it just feels terrible. Come to find out, these special mittens that I had got are literally the equivalent of icy hot being on your junk, bruh. I don't know what type of kinky, freaky people are into that shit and who that was made for, but it did not hit the target demographic. But as you can imagine, that shit completely ruined the experience, and that was the end of our perfectly planned first time. I ain't gonna lie, they need to cancel that line of protection. Somebody in the comments let me know if that shit is still a thing.
The reason I wanted to tell you guys this story is because
there was a huge difference between my experience with Kathy versus my experience with the woman who took my virginity. With the first girl, we had a bad experience and we never spoke again. But with Kathy, a little bit down the line, we tried again. Nor did they last very long because your boy was still not that experienced. I'm talking about 3 pokes in and that shit is over type shit. But slowly and surely, she became more comfortable with me and I became more comfortable with her. And with that comfortability, I gained confidence. And before you know it, after a few times, you know, I'm able to go 20-30 minutes. So my message here is don't feel peer pressured or rushed to just go lose your virginity. Because yeah, if you're anything like me, okay, you lost it, but what does that really even mean? Yeah, you get to walk around and be like, yeah, I'm no longer a virgin, but so what? Nothing actually changed. You still don't know what you're doing. You're not gonna feel any better. Like, matter of fact, you might even feel worse because if your first time wasn't great, you're kind of like, damn, what was all the hype for? And the reality is, for most people, that is the truth. The first time is usually the worst time. So I encourage you to not just walk through life only focusing on trying to lose your shit, because the reality is it's not that big of a deal. Now look, I'm not like these other guys that's gonna get on here and tell you, oh, sex is stupid, girls are stupid, don't focus on women. I get it, bro. You're a man. You like girls. I like girls. I like being around women. I like talking to women. Shit, I'm a grown-ass man. I like having sex with women. We're men. It's natural. These are normal feelings, but there's a healthy way to go about it. But that's not what today's video is about. But the reality is, a lot of the things that we do as men, it relays back to getting with women. You might be like, oh, I only care about building my business so I can make money and take care of my family. But even if that were the case, at some point you probably want kids, right? And to have kids, you're going to have to get with a woman. So that's my point. A lot of the things that we do as men instinctively goes back to being a man that wants to take care of a woman. In its very basic and most simplest form, man need woman, woman need man. We need each other. There's no shame in that shit. But with that being said, there is way too many guys that base their entire personality off of how many girls they can get with. And I'll be honest with you, I've been there before in that quote unquote hoe phase, just doing whatever for no real reason to try and prove to myself that I'm that nigga. But at some point you're gonna realize that it means nothing. Just losing your virginity means nothing. And if you get with 100+ girls, like, it means nothing. Dude, if anything, that's 100 possibilities to fuck your life up early. Whether if it's diseases, if you're not careful, or maybe having a baby too early and you're not ready as a man to take care of that. So don't overly fixate on sex. Don't only focus on wanting to lose your virginity. Focus on being the best version of you. Focus on building real relationships with people that you care about. And with that, along the way, you'll meet a woman that you genuinely have good feelings for. You'll be able to build with that woman and maybe even get intimate enough to where you guys can build a sexual relationship with each other. One that's healthy enough for both of y'all to have a great time, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm just gonna say this because some of y'all probably need to hear it. If you're 15, 16, 17, 18 shit, even early 20s, the girl that you're with or the girl that you're dealing with, she's probably not gonna be the girl that you're gonna marry. So don't lose yourself in these relationships. Don't get me wrong, love that girl, enjoy the relationship, you know, give it your all, but don't lose yourself in it because again, chances are it's not gonna be your forever a relationship. I mean, bro, if you want to find your wife at 14, be my guest. But it's like, me personally, I rather would live a little, experience the world, meet people, and actually know what I'm into. I want to say more times than not, you making those decisions at such a young age, this is the woman that I'm gonna be with the rest of my life. I mean, maybe, I guess, but sounds like some fairy tale bullshit to me. You're still in high school, bro. You're not even close to your full potential as a man. You haven't even stepped outside your comfort zone. This is just my honest opinion. I'm not telling y'all what to do, but I'm just saying, don't put all that pressure on yourself to be with this person forever when it's just a small period of your entire life. Some people have that fairy tale story, and it's a beautiful thing if you can figure it out, I guess. But I think in most people's cases, those early relationships are just lessons. Lessons that bring experience, and that experience will eventually lead to knowledge. And the more knowledge you have, the more valuable you are as a man. So if you're in a relationship right now, enjoy it. Experience the full relationship. Soak it in. Shit, get your heart broken. Learn from that relationship. And when the time is right, maybe you'll find your forever person, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But block all the noise out, man. You don't need to rush into losing anything. Allow yourself to grow at your own honest pace. And this is way more valuable and important than just being able to walk around and say, I lost my virginity.
Where you at, Berto?